friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day to all. School year 2019-2020 has become a very critical one. It is about time to see the sacrifices are being paid off by the students who made it until this very moment of recognition, and of course, to the parents who unconditionally sacrifice for their beloved children. This is a confirmation of a life already lived and a response to the call to continue that life by sharing the fulfillment of their dream. This is also the moment to mark the beginning of the journeys to travel and widen horizons to discover.
These long years have brought them victories despite the trials and difficulties along the way. There were inspirations and encouragements, failures and shortcomings. However, because of their burning courage and perseverance, coupled with the selfless concern and sacrifices of their loved ones, their loving parents, sergeants, the school administration, faculty and staff, they finally made it to this long-awaited first virtual commencement exercises with the theme, Ut Unum Sint, so that they may be one as we are one.
It entails that they have been in a long journey and are ready to bridge the gap of this ever-changing world in which the global commodity is its future maker who can cope with the demanding, forming society that we actually belong.
Which means that here at La Salette of Ramon, we value our intellectual, behavioral, and even sports capital and nurture it through a perfect blend of traditional as well as contemporary ways and means for the comprehensive development of students' personality. And this goes to show that each product of this institution could easily cope up with the challenges that the fast-changing world might offer once they step out from the portals of their alma mater.
And so, to formally begin, we will now have the prayer to be led by Ms. Ana Rain De Leon.
Let us sing the Philippine National Anthem.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya, kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhati't pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the faculty, staff, and administration of La Salle Ramon for school year 2019-2020.
Miss Laika Eunice Ragual,
Mrs. Rose Teizalu,
Miss Marilyn Havillonar,
Mrs. Cheryl Sub,
Mrs. Nimpa Espiritu,
Miss Jenny Perez,
Miss Rachel Yvonne Rea,
Mrs. Milrose Padilla,
Mr. Jenric Rivera,
Miss Raylan de los Reyes,
Miss Lazel Marcos,
Mrs. John De Vera,
Mrs. Julie Pearl Fernandez,
Miss Anna Rain De Leon,
Miss Eloisa May Bugawan,
Mr. LEODY CORPUZ,
Mr. Sofronio Rivera,
Mr. Philip John ABILA,
Miss Daiselyn Montano,
Mr. Fitzgerald Bayban,
Mrs. Jeson May Raluta,
Miss Kathleen Joanna Rose Lan,
Mr. Benjo Balanag,
Mr. Bon Gabayan Jr.,
Mrs. Evelyn Gahas,
Miss Geraldine Melagito,
Miss Harriet Abigail Sacro,
Mrs. Jovelyn Ambrose,
Mr. Bernardo Natividad Jr.,
Mr. Tomas Fernandez Jr.,
Mr. Gregorio Garcia,
Mrs. Grace Martin,
Mrs. Olivia Sacro,
Mrs. Monica T. Martin,
Reverend Father Constante Didanog MS,
Ladies and gentlemen, may we lend our ears to our beloved school principal, Mrs. Monica T. Martin, as she delivers her message to the completers and graduates for the school year 2019 to 2020.
Good morning, everyone. In every graduation, I always feel so proud seeing your joy and happiness in your caps and gowns, wearing your sweetest smile as you march together with your parents to receive your certificates and diplomas. It is so sad that due to the pandemic, the COVID-19, we cannot have the usual graduation ceremonies. Be that as it may, happy virtual graduation to all of you. Congratulations to all of you on the occasion of your graduation. Graduation is a joyful time for each one of you because you are now reaping the fruits of your hardships, sacrifices, and diligence to attain success. Now, you are moving ahead towards the fulfillment of your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations in life. La Salle Ramon equipped you with knowledge, skills, values, and experiences. And now, you are ready to face another step of your life and to continue build your future with much confidence. Whatever good things or lessons and values you have learned, live by it and share them with others. As you go on life's journey with its challenges and difficulties, strive hard to keep your faith. Hold unto Christ, the great teacher and master, but you also have to give your best. Continue to bear the Salitinan spirit and live as witnesses of Christ's reconciling act of love, mercy, and compassion. Good luck in everything that you do, and may our good Lord guide you in every step of your life towards the fulfillment of your dreams. Again, congratulations to everyone.
To present to grade 10 completers under the advisorship of Mr. Sofronio Rivera and Mr. LEODY CORPUZ, I give you Mr. Philip John ABILA and Mrs. Jovelyn Ombrero.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honor to present to you the grade 10 completers along with their academic instructional awards for the school year 2019 to 2020 under the advisorship of Mr. Sofronio C. Rivera and Mr. LEODY N. CORPUZ. Acosta Tresillo de los Santos, son of Mrs. Bonacieux Acosta of Bugalion Norte, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Achievers Award and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Agunoy Saldraquit Emerald Manuel, son of Mr. and Mrs. Elmer Manuel of Pocha, Alfonsalista, Ifugao, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors.
Alindayo Zaldi Jr. Pastores, son of Mr. and Mrs. Zaldi Alindayo of Pocha, Alfonsalista, Ifugao.
Andres Leo Ray Cabanban, son of Mr. and Mrs. Reynaldo Andres of Burgos, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Arquilio Carl Owen Calarde, son of Mr. and Mrs. Jerwin Arquilio of Blanas, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Outstanding Performance in Arts and Outstanding Performance in Athletics.
Bonita Jack Aerol Soto, son of Mrs. Mayla Soto of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Burgos Jedidia Maranian, son of Mr. and Mrs. Joffrey Burgos of Aguinaldo, Ramon Isabela.
Kabawatan Michael Jerome Lopez, son of Mr. and Mrs. Tito Kabawatan of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela.
Casil Carlo Ivan Lilukisen, son of Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert Casil of San Sebastian, Ramon Isabela.
Kasuga Mark Joseph Tabangkay, son of Mr. and Mrs. Marcelo Kasuga of Ranyag, Ramon Isabela.
Chumak Maiko Yuran Bumanglag, son of Mrs. Mary Jane Bumanglang of Alfonsalista, Ifugao, recipient of Academic Achievers Award and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Cristobal Mike Christian de Guzman, son of Mr. and Mrs. Manuel Cristobal of Bigalion Proper, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors, Leadership Award, Outstanding Performance in Science, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
De la Cruz John Lloyd Ramon, son of First Sergeant and Mrs. Benjamin de la Cruz of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela.
Garcia Ruel Chan Padua, son of Mr. and Mrs. Armando Garcia of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela.
Honorio Celcris Omar Havinar, son of Mr. and Mrs. Celcristo Honorio of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela.
Imbag Jude Rendolph Tabao, son of Mrs. Reynalyn Imbag of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela.
Inaldo Roy Suquet, son of Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Inaldo of Bugalion Norte, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Achievers Award.
Lazo Earl Justin Echinique, son of Mr. and Mrs. Renato Lazo of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Leal Alfredo Pachon III, son of Mr. and Mrs. Eugenio Leal of Bugalion Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Achievers Award, Leadership Award, Outstanding Performance in Technology and Lifelong Education, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Legaspi Ramon Miguel David, son of Mr. and Mrs. Arif Ramon Legaspi of Oscaris Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Lucas Christian B.G. Mojica, son of Mr. and Mrs. Bobby Lucas of General Aguinaldo Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Technology and Lifelong Education.
Malab Yuan Gabriel Luna, son of Mr. and Mrs. Andy Malab of Rizal, Santiago City.
Martin Mark Jenson Navalta, son of Mr. and Mrs. Mark Raymond Martin of Reñag, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Outstanding Performance in Athletics.
Monsala Peter Michael Marcos, son of Mr. and Mrs. Benigno Monsada of Bugalion Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Porfiano Gian Harvey Basilio, son of Mrs. Josephine Basilio of Bagrangayan, Ramon Isabela.
Adali Matt Fernan Flores, son of Mr. and Mrs. Matthew Cadali of Pagrangayan, Ramon Isabela.
Pagaduan Filmer Juan, son of Mr. and Mrs. Felipe Pagaduan of Bugalion Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with High Honors, Leadership Award, Outstanding Performance in Computer, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Simon Aldwin Crisostomo, son of Mr. and Mrs. Herminio Simon of Bonifacio, Alicia, Isabela.
Tumigin Michael Angelo Alcantara, son of Mrs. Gina Alcantara of San Miguel, Ramon Isabela.
Tapis John Vincent Baibado, son of Mr. and Mrs. Rolando Tapis of Planas, Ramon Isabela.
Valencia Ronel de Gracia, son of Mr. and Mrs. Ernesto Valencia of Ambatali, Ramon Isabela.
Verdilio Stephen de los Santos, son of Mr. and Mrs. Nelson Verdilio of San Miguel, Ramon Isabela.
Yao Miguel Gabriel Kiel, son of Engineer and Mrs. Ariel Yao of Bugalion Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Achievers Award and Outstanding Performance in Computer.
Abad Nicole Ann Bartolome, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Aner Abad of Ambatali, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors, Leadership Award, Outstanding Performance in Social Science, Outstanding Performance in Athletics, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Agdepa Kyla Zandra CORPUZ, daughter of Mrs. Celia CORPUZ of Bugalion Proper Ramon Isabela.
Alarma Erica Jane Talosi, daughter of Mrs. Bernadette Talosi of Ambatali, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with High Honors, Outstanding Performance in Communications, Outstanding Performance in Social Science, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Alejandro Venice Millicent Legaspi, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Vladimir Alejandro of Bugalion Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors.
Andres Shira K. Unal, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Roger Andres of Burgos, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors.
Apigo Eliza Roname Lagunilia, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ambrose Apigo of Bugalion Proper Ramon Isabela.
Arcelona Kimberly Nicole Pablo, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Arnold Arcelona of San Miguel, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Ariola Henrian Flores, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Henry Ariola of Bugalion Proper Ramon Isabela.
Balanay Christine Laika Tablang, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jeffrey Balanay of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with High Honors, Outstanding Performance in Mathematics, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Balia Maria Cyril Mamawag, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Patricio Balia of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Bantilan Princess Yasmin Tablada, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Leodine Bantilan of Bugalyon Norte Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Bartolome Maria Trisha Juan, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Michael Bartolome of Oscaris Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors, Leadership Award, Outstanding Performance in Technology and Livelihood Education, and Outstanding Performance in Athletics.
Benito Alaisa Ira Zepeda, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rizaldi Benito of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors, Outstanding Performance in Communication Arts, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Benito Yasmin May Abuan, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Divine Julius Benito of Bonifacio Alicia Isabela.
Bonita Caril J. Saracos, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rodrigo Bonita of Ranyag Ramon Isabela.
Calano Crisha Camille Cleopas, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Alberto Calano of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors, Leadership Award, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Carino Angel Miles Ruiz, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Angelo Carino of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Cristobal Kristen Fiona Julio, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Fidel Cristobal of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors.
Cristobal Shirley Canyaveral, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jason Cristobal of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Dagdagan Sarah Josel Sinagose, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Joel Dagdagan of Ambatali Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Achievers Award.
De la Cruz Gwen Tajes, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Roylan de la Cruz of Pagrangayan Ramon Isabela.
De la Cruz Yasmin Jade Ramon, daughter of Senior Police Officer 1 and Mrs. Ray de la Cruz of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Outstanding Performance in Arts.
De la Peña Edralin Paclev, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Edgar de la Cruz of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela.
De los Santos Kiana Gail Garcia, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rogelio de los Santos of San Miguel Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with High Honors, Deportment Award, Leadership Award, Outstanding Performance in Communication Arts, Outstanding Performance in Science, Outstanding Performance in Mathematics, Outstanding Performance in Social Science, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Domingo Roshan Orlin Imbag, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Orlando Imbag of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela, recipient of Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Edralin Fyra Eve Mabasa, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Felix Edralin of Bugalyon Proper Ramon Isabela.
Florendo Lian Nicole Casco, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rodel Florendo of General Aguinaldo Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Athletics.
Jose Jeneline Ann Yanuaria, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Emiliano Jose of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela.
1. Amber Moana Cristobal, daughter of Mrs. Mona Lisa Cristobal of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Lago Amiel Shane Garayan, daughter of Mrs. Ami Lago of San Antonio, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with High Honors, Leadership Award, Outstanding Performance in Communication Arts, Outstanding Performance in Science, Outstanding Performance in Mathematics, Outstanding Performance in Computer, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Lastimosa Rochelle Bar Navarro, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert Lastimosa of Bugalion Norte, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Magno Celestine Joy, daughter of Miss Armenieda Magno of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors, Leadership Award, Outstanding Performance in Technology and Livelihood Education, Outstanding Performance in Computer, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Marcelo Ira Tayo, daughter of Engineer and Mrs. Irenio Marcelo of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with High Honors, Leadership Award, Outstanding Performance in Communication Arts, Outstanding Performance in Science, Outstanding Performance in Mathematics, Outstanding Performance in Social Science, and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Magiwe Lovelyn Liwanon, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Marcos Magiwe of San Miguel, Ramon Isabela.
Natividad Ashley Concepcion, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Albert Natividad of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Achievers Award.
Obra Jana Mika Riginti, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Octavio Obra of Rizal, Santiago City, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors, Leadership Award, Outstanding Performance in Technology and Livelihood Education.
Ortiz Mariel Eliza Centino, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Mar Ortiz of San Miguel, Ramon Isabela.
Pascua Kimberly Abuan, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Federico Pascua of Bonifacio Alicia Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors.
Portuguese Merly de Guzman, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Christian Portuguese of Burgos, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors.
Sadora Trexin Caril Navarro, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Prometipio Sadora of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela.
Salvador Francesca May Lastimosa, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Adolfo Salvador of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela.
Santos Erica Blythe Rose Felipe, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Roderick Santos of Bugalion Proper, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Taginod Jesuzane Maicara Rama, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Michael Taginod of Ambatali, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Achievers Award.
Samson Alexis Nicole de la Cruz, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Marcelo Chamzon of Ranyag, Ramon Isabela.
Viernes Maria Fean Natividad, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Federico Viernes of Namilangan Alfonso Lista Ifugao, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Villarta Alia Beatriz Balisi, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Oscar Villarta Jr. of Ranyag, Ramon Isabela, recipient of Academic Excellence with Honors and Outstanding Performance in Arts.
Binoya Crisha Linsangan, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Chris Binoya of Ascaris, Ramon Isabela, recipient of academic excellence with honors, and outstanding performance in athletics. To all the completers and academic awardees, congratulations!
To give her message of gratitude on behalf of the grade 10 completers, may I call on Ms. Emil Shane Garayan Lago, this year's Academic Excellence Awardee with high honors.
To our compassionate and humble school director, Reverend Father Constante D. Danug, M.S., our beloved principal, Mrs. Monica T. Martin, administrators, faculty and staff, our very dear parents, relatives, friends, fellow completers, ladies and gentlemen, good day. What we sow is what we reap. This is an enkindling statement which signifies our journey over the past struggling years of our stay in this institution. We have now reached the zenith of our endeavor in the second ladder, and to move one step higher in the ladder of our quest to greater level of educational heights. Reminiscing over the past years is also a remarkable thing to do. We remember the days of having sleepless nights doing projects, PowerPoint presentations, and studying notes until dawn. Nevertheless, this counterpart to our shared joys and laughters of experiencing festive foundation days, outreach programs, and culminating activities. All these are living mementos to continually and triumphantly tread on a long life's way. Indeed, today marks another turning point of our lives, not because we have come to an end, but because we have successfully undertaken the challenges, pains, sacrifices, and tears we've encountered in our junior high school life, and now stepping closer to reach our goals in the near future. This can never be achieved without somebody who are more worthy to be recognized. Success is much sweeter if it is shared and offered, for it can never be commensurated once it is treasured. On behalf of the junior high school completers of Batch 2020, I would like to extend my earnest and deepest gratitude to those who became part of our success. We therefore express our sincerest gratitude and thanks to you, our beloved parents, who are the most precious gift we have ever received. We cannot become of what we are today without your gift of life, your immeasurable love, your unfailing trust, support, and understanding despite our disobedience, follies, and vanities. We offer you our medals and certificates for your unparalleled love, our precious legacy from you. To our dear relatives who in one way or another inspired and guided us for the fulfillment of our dreams. To you, our very dear teachers who unselfishly imbibed within us the Salesian spirit of love and reconciliation, who shared us God-given wisdom and talents, and who molded us to become the person we ought to be. To you, our supportive friends and colleagues who are always beside us in times of pain and failure, and in times of joy and victory. And to you, our ever dearest alma mater, for serving us our home away from home, our second family who has transformed us to become true Christian person. Your charism penetrated us to radiate to whoever we are and wherever we may be. Absolutely, your legacy for us can never be compensated for as long as life exists. There it grows and develops. Thus, you are the most deserving person to receive all these honors and awards, for you have done so much for us. Our heartfelt gratitude to you. Above all, we are thankful to you, our Almighty Father, for the gift of life, the wisdom, knowledge, talents, strength, and love you have bestowed upon us. We pray earnestly that you continue to guide us as we follow the direction towards the attainments of our dreams. To my fellow junior high school completers, as we move on to the next phase of our life, let us become patient, courageous, hardworking, and committed men and women imbued with the ideals to serve and not to be served, and be guided and inspired by God's commandment, that they may have life and have it to the full, in order to do the best that we can, to live our life to the fullest. And this is the challenge I pause today for all of us to think and to remember. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we lend our ears to Mr. Sofronio C. Rivera as he delivers his message to the grade 10 computers for the school year 2019 to 2020.
Together, we had searched for the time, the beautiful and the good. We tried to know Christ and follow his footsteps with the help of Our Lady of Blessed. I hope and pray that all these experiences of growing together with Christ and the Blessed Mother be your guide as you go through the challenges that will come into your life. It is true, you had finished your junior high school life, but you have more goals to reach. Completion is not an end, but just a beginning, a new door which leads into a bigger horizon of life. Congratulations and God bless you all.
Good day, everyone. To my one and only grade 10 Tatak San Ambrosio, Tribo Tigre. Saying goodbye is not the end of everything, but another platform, another stage, another chapter of life. Always remember these words: in this life, it is not about winning, it's not about competition, it's about sacrifice, because in sacrifice, there's the real essence of loving. Always clothe yourselves with humility, even when you're sailing in this world with amazing and flying colors. Please remember that you are always in my heart. You were trained, transformed, and transcended. Congratulations, everyone.
To our dear parents and to everyone for having kept us company during the significant occasion, we thank you very much.
We wish all completers the very best. May you make wise decisions and have great success.
To our dear completers,
Congratulations and Godspeed.